race function and wait to be called on. We'll start off with Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan?
Hi, Tyler. How much has the red zone been a priority in this past training camp and the off season? And also, I just wanted to know about memories of last year's game. And obviously, there were some red zone problems there.
Yeah, like you said, we struggled in the red zone last year. Moved the ball pretty well. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to score touchdowns. Field goals didn't do it last year, so definitely made a big emphasis with the red zone. Not only this week, but the entire fall camp, spring practice, just this entire off season. And obviously, going into this week, we know that we have to be really good in the red zone. When you get close to the red zone, they're really good. Pass defense, number one pass defense in the nation last year. So we got to be great in that aspect and do what we do best.
Also, just the follow is I wanted to know about their pass rush, and they also have a really this Boston College transfer, Josh DeBerry, who beat out somebody from UNC, I guess, for the starting job, and he had 10 tackles, a pick last week, a sack. He had a really good game. Anything just about that defensive part of the game?
Yeah, and they have a really good pass rush. I mean, they got some big dudes up there. Got after me last year. So, but yeah, and then the secondary is very impressive. Like I said, number one pass defense in the nation last year. Obviously, some good cornerback transfers. So, looking forward to the challenge that they're going to give us.
Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam?
Hey, Tyler. How's it going?
How are you?
Good. Coach Dawson said on Monday that, he kind of held some stuff back and, maybe called a little bit more of a vanilla game, in the first week. How much do you expect maybe the play calling to change? Obviously, you don't have to run through, scripted deep shots or anything like that, but how much more, of that deep passing game and things do you expect to see in this game?
Yeah, I mean, Miami Ohio played super deep and was giving the flats and making us throw underneath, so we're going to do what the defense gives us. If that's them pressing, taking a deep shot, or if that's them getting back and taking underneath, there's no need to force the ball just to make explosive plays happen. Obviously you want that to happen. But we got to take advantage of the times they give it to us. So we can't force it. We got to, play it as it lies and do the right thing in certain situations.
And kind of in the same vein, Coach Dawson said Monday, he was like, he called one or two deep plays. I think he said the one that, you threw the interception on. He's like, I was just itching to call some deep routes and stuff. How exciting is it to play for a coach where it's like he wants you to kind of fling the ball around a bit?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his history last year and his years before, his record says he loves pushing the ball down the field, loves being explosive. But he's also very smart. He knows when to run the ball in weak boxes. He knows when defense are giving us the underneath throws. So it's not him just wanting to take deep shots just because. He does it when the times are right, and he understands when we need to do it during the perfect situation against the perfect defense.
We'll go to Daryl Streeter from Caneville. Daryl?
Tyler, what's going on? Could you explain to the fans? Last year we went to Texas A&M. They had a pack house. Could you explain to the fans how having a packed house could help you guys come away with the win? I think they would like to hear from you.
Yeah, I think last game was really good. Really good turnout with all the fans. Did a great job, especially when our defense is on the field. I think it's extremely tough to play offense when you're an away team with the crowd cheering. Communication wise, just those little things that the loud noise affects false starts, cadence, that's absolutely huge. So definitely need a packed house here for that. Should be a really, really exciting game, and just excited to see what Hard Rock is going to bring us Saturday.
I got one follow-up question. Being able to run the ball the way you were able to run the ball, from a quarterback standpoint, how does that help your game? Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, when teams prep for us, they're gonna have to prep stop the run. So it definitely opens up some passing lanes and deep opportunities. A lot of teams saw we ran the ball well this week, and obviously we're going to continue to do that. But I mean, I'm sure A&M's main thing is stop the run. Just because we had a great week last week running the ball, so passing lanes should open up. This offense is very balanced. With the run game and deep shots in the pass game and underneath throws. So it definitely opens it up a lot.
Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Tyler, I wanted to ask about the team's mentality compared to last year going into this game. How would you compare how the team's mentality is going into this game compared to last year's game against Texas A&M?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year we were 2-0 going into last year, so it wasn't like we were all in a good mood. I think the biggest thing is we understand that it doesn't come easy to us. Like this year, we know that we were 5-7. We have to work for it. We can't just show up there and expect to win. So I feel like that's the biggest difference from this year and last year. Everyone's dialed in, everyone's locked in, and ready to roll.
And I also wanted to ask about just having the freedom to audible or to kind of change up the plays before the snap. Just how great is that to just have that freedom to do that in the last game and now going into game 2?
Yeah, it definitely is huge. I mean, I checked a few runs in there with the really weak boxes, so that Miami Ohio gave to us. So it definitely is huge, and some people like to check with the sidelines. The coach gives you a new play, and I think these days, especially even going to the next level, the quarterback has to be able to see the defense and see what they're giving you. So I think it's definitely a good thing for me and for the offense just to succeed for me changing the play.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Everyone else, thank you as well.